I can remember I know the day I became wealthy, because I was thinking towards the end of the book, what was the day that I became a wealthy man? And I was broke. I was living in Venice, not Venice, Italy, Venice, LA, in this 400 square foot bachelor apartment. I was feeling sorry for myself. I was mad at the world. I was mad at a friend of mine that I loaned, $1,000 to, and he didn't pay me back, and he wouldn't return my phone calls because I was broke. I mean, I was down to, I don't know, 23, 24 bucks, something like that, some change. No prospects. I'm like, how am I going to eat? How am I going to survive? I'm going to pay my rent. I was already behind my rent by 30 days. And when I was 17, my mom kicked my dad out. He went back east and kicked me out, and I survived by scratching up enough money each day and then going to the smorgasbord and like loading up for the winter, just eating all I could to make it last a day or two. And I thought, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And I walked, I didn't want to take my car into the gas or pay for parking. Didn't have that kind of money. And I walked 3-4 miles from Venice to this place in Marina del Rey. It's still there. And it's called El Torito. It's this little Mexican restaurant that's on the water where all the amazing yachts are. And I thought, I'm going to go there and I'm going to absorb this abundance environment because I'm so scarce. And I'm going to eat all I can possibly eat, for $5.95 of this tacos and salad and stuff. Of course, like something I go have a good sleep afterwards and forget all this, right? And I went in, I loaded up for winter, and I ate all the stuff. And I'm looking out there, and it was a beautiful day, and it was gorgeous. And so I got up to go pay, and as I got to go pay, in the front door walks this little boy, probably 8 years old, and 7, 8 years old. I don't know, there was something about this kid. He had this air about him, and he opened the door for his mother, and he pulled the chair out for her. And I don't know, something about it just struck me emotionally, very deeply. And I was just touched, thinking, this little boy has got so much heart and class. And so I walked up to him. I paid my bill and walked up to him, and I said hi, and I introduced myself, and I was nobody. Who the hell's Tony Robbins? No, Tony Robbins. And he says,
this gigantic.
Yeah, that's what he's really thinking is not there. And I said, I just want to tell you, I watched you for the last few minutes. I said, I watched you open the door for you later. I saw you pull out the chair. I saw the way you looking in her eyes, giving you your full attention. I said, you are a class act. And he looked at me and I said, hey, take her to lunch, that's awesome. He goes, well, she's the mom. And I said, that's even more cool. And he said, well, I'm not taking a lunch because I don't have a job yet. I'm 8. And I looked at him, I said, yes, you are. And I didn't have any plan. I just reached in my pocket, took all the money out in the world. It was like $19 and some change, whatever was left after that. And I just sat down in front of him in front of the table. And he looked up at me, his eyes got big as garbage can covers. He goes, what's that? And he smiled. I said, that's yours. He goes, I can't take that. And I said, yes, you can. He said, how come? I said, because I'm bigger than you are. And then I didn't say another word.
Every time.
I didn't say another word. I just turned. I didn't even look at his mom. I wasn't doing it for attention. And I walked out that door. And I didn't walk out that door. I flew out of that door, man. I had no car. I'm walking home, I just felt like so alive. I felt so free. And I should have been scared shitless. I got no money. I don't know where I'm going to feed myself. You gave away last week. There wasn't an ounce of fear in me. It was like in that moment, scarcity died. It just died. It was out of my life. And I went home that night, and I have no clue what I was going to do. But I was like excited and inspired, and I started writing out this plan. And I thought, well, people fast all the time. I can fast for 4 or 5 days. It's probably good for me. I need it after that meal. And I got this little plan in my head, and I'm going to work it out. And I woke up the next morning, and I had no fear in me, and I'm going to work my plan. And the old snail mail arrived, and there I get this old envelope in the old days, right? Tear the thing open, and it's a check from the guy who wouldn't even return my phone call for more than $1,000. There's some interest in, and $1,200 in those days would cover my butt for 2 weeks to a month, right? It was like, and I started to cry, and I'll never forget. I was thinking to myself, what does this mean? And I decided that meant that I was being rewarded for doing what's right, by not operating out of scarcity and fear. It was spontaneous, it was authentic, it felt right, and I did what felt right, and I was rewarded, and I believed in my mind. I still believe to this day. It may not be true, but that was grace. And so from that day forward, it was just like, just do more, give more, share more, create more. What you need will be there. It's like air. You don't stop to think about when you take a breath whether it'll be there or not. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
You just got to do your part.